Hello Muggles and welcome back to my Harry Potter kitchen, the brand new series where I am cooking my way through the Harry Potter series, making a recipe for every food and drink item featured inside. If you missed last week's episode where we made a Harry Potter inspired Knickerbocker Glory, check out the links down below to catch up. But it's Magic Monday, so let's see what recipe we have today. If you're a fan of the Harry Potter series and you don't want to miss a thing, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you get an alert every time there is a brand new video. Now the last 3 weeks we have had frozen recipes all the way, so fingers crossed we've got something a bit warmer to get into. Let's go check it out. Okay, so the day at the zoo is continuing. They've just finished lunch and are having a look around the reptile room. Harry has spotted a boa constrictor and starts to talk to it. Dudley catches eye of this and jumps over to try to get involved, knocking Harry out the way, and Karma is a you-know-what, so he's fallen in through the glass. Everyone is having a bit of a shock, and the zoo director is trying to calm down our Petunia with a cup of tea, but we've already made a cup of tea, so if you missed that recipe, check out the link in the description to see the recipe for Aunt Petunia's tea. They're carrying on the way back home now. Vernon is holding it in, and just as they get through the door, Harry is sent back to his cupboard, and our next recipe is just there. He collapsed into a chair, and Aunt Petunia had to run and get him a large brandy. Let's go get a drink from the cabinet. For this recipe, you will need 60 millilitres of brandy, 30 millilitres of vermouth, 1 teaspoon of simple syrup, which we'll be making with equal parts of sugar and water, and 2 to 3 dashes of angostura bitters. You can also use some cherries to garnish. Now, rather than just pouring a glass of brandy, I'm going to do something a bit more special and make a cocktail. And that's going to be a Metropolitan. If you've not heard of the Metropolitan before, but you are familiar with some other cocktails, you'll know that gin has the martini, whiskey has the Manhattan. Well, a Metropolitan is brandy's version. It's 3 simple ingredients and you can make a most wonderful cocktail that is sweet, sharp, and the perfect way to calm Uncle Vernon down. To begin, we're going to make our simple syrup by dissolving equal parts of sugar into water. I've gone with half a cup, and then I'm going to keep it in the fridge so I can make these cocktails again and again. Pour your sugar into a medium saucepan, add in your water, and stir over a medium heat until the sugar is dissolved. You don't want this to boil or bubble, so as soon as it's all dissolved, take it off the heat and allow to cool. Back at our cocktail station, it's time to measure out the alcohol. And for this recipe, it's really easy. You just need to remember the ratios of 2 parts brandy to 1 part vermouth. I've even put them into these light up shot glasses for a little bit of added magic. Begin by pouring your brandy into your shaker, add in your vermouth, and then top up with some ice. Add in your simple syrup and 2 to 3 dashes of your angostura bitters, and then place the lid on top. You'll need to shake your cocktail quite hard for about a minute, and I'll tell you a secret tip to know how it's done. Now, the secret to a great cocktail is shaking it hard and fast. You want to do this quick enough so that the ice doesn't melt and dilute your drink, but long enough to cool it down, as that's when it tastes the best. If you've got a metal shaker, you'll know when it's done because you'll be able to feel at the top that the drink is completely chilled. Pop your shaker onto the table and then see if the top frosts up. It should go from a very shiny metal to one that is slightly cloudy. And if you use a finger to slide down the top of the glass, you'll see a nice trail is left behind. Again, to help chill the drink, I've placed my martini glass in the freezer before serving. When you take it out, you should see it frost up, and that, again, is how you know it's done. Strain your cocktail and pour it into your glass, and then all that's left to do is finish it with a garnish of a cherry. And there you have it! Our classic Metropolitan Brandy Cocktail is complete. Let's sit back, relax, and raise a glass to Uncle Vernon. Or not. Another magical Harry Potter inspired recipe in the bag, and if you are over 18 in the UK or over 21 in the US, try this out and let me know in the comments what you thought. That is all for this episode, but if you want to see more, make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.